Okay. 2, 3, 22. What is the function? Where every x value is paired to exactly one y value. Okay? So if I look at these 5 examples, one of these is not a function. Okay? One of these 5 is not a function. Which one is it?
The one that looks like the true.
That one right there, the one with the question mark, right? And the reason this one's not a function is because this x value here, yeah, you're ahead of me. Why should you're awesome. Here we go. So this x value has 2 y values, or doesn't pass the vertical line test, right? Nice. So let's put that down there. So first one, yeah, it passed vertical line test, passes. Even here it passes, but right here we got a problem, right? Boom, boom. So this one is no, not a function. The main reason is that we have 2 y values paired to 1 x value. That's the main reason. But the vertical line test is okay because you get the idea, right? Now, how about the last one? Michael, question.
I was going to say that's technically a function.
Which one? This one, right?
Because the open circle, the open circle is not equal to that point.
Good. So the open circle is really important because I can ruin this by filling it in, right? I can change it from a function not to a function, but this x value has 1 y value. It's 0, not a whatever this is. This is a function because every x has just 1 y. Okay, so that's a yes. Thanks,
Wait,
Michael.
so the open circle means that it's...
Does not equal. Yeah. Exactly. So the open circle right here means that in this equation, x does not equal 0 here, and on this equation, x does equal 0. So this one's a yes. It works. It is a function. And, okay. So, all right. So forever and ever, well, I shouldn't say forever and ever, but at least for the last couple of years, you keep seeing this, right? The last couple of years, you're like, okay, whatever, I can get the problem right. I don't know what f(x) is, but I don't really care, whatever, I can get the right answer. But now you know what this means, right? It means it's a function. So y equals 2/3 of x plus 1? Yeah, fine. But we could rewrite it. Instead of y equals, we could say, it is a function. Why not say, instead, f of x equals, right? It is a function, right? So we could say, well, or we could say this is f of x equals 2/3 x plus 1, okay? Now, just about everything we do in here will be a function. We finally get to the very end of the year. We're going to look at circles.
Oh, I heard that sucks.
Actually, this is a lot easier.
Like,
than
nothing makes sense, but it does make sense, but still doesn't make sense.
No, circles aren't hard. Circles aren't hard. X
Drawing a
plus
circle is
y
hard.
squared equals 16.
What?
So,
Oh, so is it...
center at 0, 0, and a radius of 4.
Oh.
No.
No.
It's like a funny shape.
Drawing is very hard.
This is not a function. You guys agree?
Yeah.
And if you had to solve for y, could you solve for y? Well, you could. You'd get y squared equals 16 minus x squared. I mean, I brought the x squared over, right? Now, with y squared, there's always 2 answers. So when I square root this, you will get plus or minus the square root of 16. We have 2 equations to be a function. Now, I'm getting way ahead of myself. We'll learn this, so don't stress over this. We're going to learn this in June, okay? We're going to learn this in 5 minutes. So there's a lot more to this, but this is not a function. You guys agree? No. And the y squared tells you right off the bat. The y squared tells you right off the bat it's not a function. If it was just a regular y, okay. Y squared, not a function. Right. Now, so let's turn the page. Okay. Okay, turn the page. So, does this work? Oh, you're way ahead of me. Yes. Yes. Okay. You're way ahead of me. Okay, number 1. So turn the page. So write a function. So first of all, write a function for this graph. This is a function, right? Everybody agree? Yes. Function. Yes. It's a function. Okay, question.
Oh, no, I just have the phone.
Okay. Now, is this a straight line? So it's linear. So if it's linear, let's use y equals mx plus b, right? It's linear, it's straight. Let's use y equals mx plus b. My slope is rise over run. That's the m. And it appears as if it goes up 10 over 1. Up 10 over 1, right? So it appears that it's up 10 over 1. That's my slope. Or 10, okay? Same thing. The b is the y-intercept, which is right there, right? Which is 0. So my equation is y equals 10x plus 0. I don't really need the 0. You guys okay if I don't write the 0? Yeah. Now, awesome, except for it says write a function. Write a function. So how are we going to change this to a function? Yeah. So let's go f of x equals 10x. That's correct. Now, the next thing I'm going to want you to do is let's change it to what it's all about. It's not really about x's and y's, is it? What's this thing about? This is time and distance. So we're going to write it. We're going to rewrite it as d of t. D of t. You get it, aren't you? D of t. So we're going to rewrite this as d of t equals 10t. Thumbs up? Okay, let's add 2 things to this. I'll wait for you to get caught up. 2 things. Domain. What do we know about domain? Seems like it stops right there, doesn't it? So we're taking a road trip. Oh, Lordy, we've driven for 7 hours. How many people have taken a road trip and driven for 7 hours? It's a pain. But our domain is 0 is less than or equal to t, which is less than or equal to 7. Right? So we drove for 7 hours. Non-stop. I gotta go to the bathroom, Mom. Too bad. We're driving. Right? And range. What's the range? 60, 70, 60. What's my range? 0 to 70 miles, right? So our range is 0 is less than or equal to d, which is less than or equal to 70. Whoops, 70. I'm running off my page. 70. There we go. 70. Well, how am I doing? Thumbs up? Good. So it's not that bad. Yeah. So, number 2. Is it linear? First of all, it is a function, yes. Is it linear? Yeah, it's linear. It's straight.
y equals mx plus b, right? Makes you know so much better, doesn't it?
Okay, it's linear, so what's our slope?
What's our slope? Let's see, we're going to go up 5 over 2. Up 5 over 2. So our slope is m equals up 5 over 2, or we could change that to 2.5. Good enough. Now, what's our b? Our b is our y-intercept, which is right there. So it's got to be 20, right? Right, so we're going to have y equals 2.5x plus 20. But we have to write as a function, right? So f of x, right? Or, so we could go f of x equals 2.5x plus 20, but the problem has nothing to do with x's and y's, does it? What does it have to do with? Number of tickets. Let's use n for number of tickets. You guys okay with that? T oftentimes we use for time. Let's use n. So let's go I of n equals 2.5n plus 20. Okay. Domain. That's my domain. Zero is less than or equal to n, which is less than or equal to 8. So what does that tell me?
No, domain is your x's, right? Number of tickets. So in context of this problem, it tells me that I only sold 8 tickets, right? That's it. So it wasn't a very good fundraiser. We only sold 8 tickets. I mean, why even bother? But according to this problem, we sold 8 tickets. That was it. And we made a total income of, now let's see.
Yeah, is it 40? 30, 35, 40. Okay. So our range, what's our range? 20 is less than or equal to income, which is less than or equal to 40. Okay, now let's talk about this, okay?
In this problem, we're selling tickets, right? What does the 20 mean? We started with 20 bucks, right? So we had $20 already in the bank. Does that make sense? So we only really made 20 bucks. Does that make sense?
That's cool.
Right? So what does the slope represent? So we know what the y-intercept. The y-intercept means that we started with 20 bucks, right? What does the slope mean?
How much?
Great. It does increase. Be more specific.
How much?
What do the tickets cost? What do the tickets cost? $2.50. See, it all has all these numbers mean something, don't they? So the number, so each ticket costs $2.50, right? We sold 8 tickets. We start with 20, so we made an income of 20, right? So let's write that down, okay? Let's write that down. I'm almost done.
So we know the y-intercept equals 20. So that means we started with $20. What's the slope? It's the cost of the tickets, right? So the slope is $2.50, and that's the cost of tickets. And finally, what was our income? $20, because we already started with 20. We made an additional 20. Okay, what do you think? Thumbs up? So I don't think today's assignment is going to be too bad for you. I've got do page 37 in your journal, 1 through 7 all, and you can wait on number 5 and 6. Actually, you can try 5 and 6. We'll talk about 5 and 6. Okay, so I'm going to help you with 5 and 6, but let's go ahead and get started. Should be a pretty easy assignment for you today.